What's good, Commanders fans? I'm sorry, guys. I have not been able to make a lot of videos the past couple of days. I've just been under the weather and a lot going on. Basically, my whole family is sick. It's just like a sickness kind of going through the house right now. As you can tell on my voice, I've just been sick a lot this winter. It's been a rough winter, but shout out to my guy, Brandon. He showed me this. He showed me an article where it said, per Dov Kleiman and Connor Hughes, he said, people within the Jets organization like Commanders quarterback Sam Howell, per Connor Hughes, and they like him a lot. They may be interested. Yeah, some people within the Jets organization like Commanders quarterback Sam Howell, per Connor Hughes. And then this tweet from JPA Football goes on to say, Howell would make perfect sense as a backup to Aaron Rodgers. With starter potential down the road, this is assuming the Commanders don't keep him as a backup. Now, personally, like, if they give up a 5th-round pick for Sam, which is what we drafted him for, and let's say we just go ahead and get Jaden Daniels or Drake May, which is what we're going to do anyway, I don't mind just trading him, honestly. And then you just sign a veteran backup. Like, you look at some of the veteran backups like Tyrod Taylor, Teddy Bridgewater's going to retire. But let's say you sign like Tyrod Taylor or Joe Flacco, preferably they'll probably, or you bring back Jacoby Brissett as the backup. But most likely they'll have Jaden Daniels on the roster. They'll draft him, and then you sign Tyrod Taylor. And yeah, I think that's most likely what they're gonna do for the backup veteran quarterback position, because you look at Anthony Lynn, he had Tyrod Taylor with the Chargers, so there's some and he had it with the Bills too. So I'm not saying Anthony Lynn is going to make all the decisions and the end all be all and stuff like that. But I do think there's a little bit of smoke and fire there. There's really no smoke and fire, but that's just the thing that I think is going to happen. But to get to Sam, man, this is really good. I'm happy that he has some type of value and that a team is interested in trading for him, allegedly or reportedly, especially against a team that he really struggled against with the Jets. The Jets was like one of his worst games in the NFL. That was probably his worst game. It was that game and the Rams game. The Jets game was the game he got benched again. I want to say the Rams game was the first game he got benched, and then he got benched against the Jets. Yeah, he got benched against the Rams, and then benched against the Jets, and then Jacoby came in and resurrected the game. We came back and almost won that game. I want to say we actually took the lead in that game, and we should have won that game. Sam went 6 for 22, zero touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 sack. He threw an interception at the beginning, but Logan Thomas dropped the ball. But still, he had a terrible game. He had an awful game. He was shell-shocked. He was seeing ghosts out there. He was just playing like Patrick Ramsey, where he just got hit too much, and he was seeing ghosts. Now, Sam had some really good games this year. He had 21 interceptions, led the league in interceptions, sacked 65 times. Some of the sacks definitely were on him. But he basically essentially was kind of a rookie quarterback. There's a lot of debates on him and whatnot. Some people even want him to stay on the team and start. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you guys crazy? You cannot pass up on an opportunity to have the 2nd pick of the draft and getting an opportunity to restart the clock and reset the clock and just be able to grab and draft a quarterback with so much talent and Jaden Daniels and Drake May, those guys being available. You cannot pass up that opportunity and try to see what you got again in Sam Howell. You just cannot do that again. You just cannot pass up on a quarterback when you have the 2nd pick. There's only even we've been bad and we still have not been able to get the 2nd pick of the draft. We just have not. We got it with Chase Young a couple years ago, but still, there's been times where we've been bad. We had the 10th pick, the 11th pick, where we've just been middle of the pack, mediocre. And you cannot pass up on this opportunity to get a franchise-changing player. You just can't do it. You cannot do it. That would be inexcusable in malpractice of starting a franchise or running a franchise. So I'm surprised that they're interested in, after, like I said, seeing him in person. But they like the games that he had good games. The Eagles game, he had a good game. Both Eagles games, he had good games. The Patriots game, he had a good game where he won that game. The Seahawks game, he had a good game. We only lost that game really because of the defense. He had 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, threw for 312 yards. Patriots game, 29 for 45, 325 yards. Eagles game, 39 for 52, 397 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Atlanta, 3 touchdowns, no pick. Philly, 34-31, 1 touchdown and no picks, but 290 yards. Had a game tying drive to take us into overtime. The pass to Jahan Dotson. That was a beautiful drive. Had a nice pass to Terry Malone where they said he was out of bounds, but he was really inbounds. He had some really, really good games where when he was not getting shell-shocked and he had some protection, and he's able to use his leg. He can be a dual-threat quarterback. The Broncos game in the 2nd half, so he had some good games. Bieniemy did him no favors, didn't run the ball enough, not enough balance, dropping him back, dropping a young quarterback so much, not helping out. 4th and 1 shotgun runs, 3rd and 1 shotgun runs and whatnot, just having no balance at all from Bieniemy. And, so, yeah, I like Sam, but if you can get a 5th round pick for Sam Howell, which I don't even think you'll get that for him. I think you'll get like a 6th or a 7th. I would take the 5th. If they say 5th round pick, I'm trading Sam and just starting the clock with Jaden or Drake May, preferably Jaden Daniels for me. But I do like Drake May too. I think he's a talented quarterback. But yeah, I would do Jaden and sign Tyrod Taylor as your backup. You know, because you have some familiarity there with Anthony Lynn, and you have a guy who kind of has a similar skill set as a running dual threat quarterback in Tyrod Taylor. So if you have Jaden Daniels come in the game, you kind of have a similar skill set at the quarterback position, just a little bit there. So that's my take on it, man. I mean, I would take the draft capital there because you can package, if you get a 5th, you can package your 2 5th round picks and move up in the draft. And you got to think about it that way. Can you move up into the 4th and get a solid tight end or a speedy scat back running back in the 4th round or something like that, or a solid 3rd wide receiver or another lineman or a linebacker or something like. You got to think about that, or another corner. You know, you got to be creative. Adam Peters has to be creative. So even if it is just a 5th round pick or something like that, use that pick, package it, and move up or something like that. Or you just have to evaluate, because Adam Peters is known for being a good drafter in those later rounds with the Niners. So you saw what he was able to do with the Niners and some of their later draft picks. So yeah, if they're knocking on the door and giving us a call, I would trade Sam to the Jets. And I love Sam. I like him a lot. Big fan of his game, but they're definitely moving in a different direction. So I would definitely pick up the phone if the Jets call. So hopefully this is true. We'll see. I know the big Sam Howell fans out there were not like this at all, but it is what it is. And we're definitely drafting a quarterback just like Doug Williams said. RCS, Hello Commanders. I will be making some videos soon. I'm going to do free agency first and then get into the draft. So I'm going to do free agency videos, get those out of the way. Because free agency is coming up fast, guys. It really is. And then I'm going to get more into the draft and stuff like that. Make a couple of draft videos for sure. So all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Health Commanders. Peace.